So let's be honest guys, the pushback system in Microsoft Flight Simulator is one of its flaws. It's not very good, and this is where today's add-on comes in. Stay tuned. Hello YouTube, I'm Pilot Stud and welcome back to another video. Now today I'll be taking a look at Pushback Express by the guys at FS2 Crew. Now I have to say before I start this video that I was gifted this add-on by FS2 Crew for free. However, as with all my videos, it's my own opinion. I'm not going to be biased at all. I'm going to tell you how it is. If you're new here, be sure to like, comment and subscribe. I do flight training videos, flight sim videos, trip reports and a lot more. So if you love everything about aviation, you've certainly come to the right place. But now let's hop right into this video. Okay, so here we are. We are in a Scandinavian Air Services A320neo. Here in Norway, I'm using an Aerosoft airport. There will be a review on this airport in the not so distant future. Now, before we get into looking at the actual add-on, you can see it in the top left corner of the screen. Now let's talk about pricing. So this costs around €25. However, at the moment you can get €5 off with a discount code. So buy it now so you can save money for the future. Now obviously, because Microsoft Flight Simulator is in early stages and the software development kit isn't fully ready yet, there's no custom models unfortunately. We haven't got a custom made pushback truck or ramp agents. However, according to the website, they're coming in the future, so keep an eye out for those. I think this add-on will be much better in a year's time, but it's still really good now. Just keep an eye out, it's going to be heavily updated, I can just tell. Okay, so the first option we've got here is settings. If we click on it, you can see what we can change. So we can choose our output audio option, but at the moment let's play a test sound, see if it works.
Audio test complete.
There we go. So all this does really guys is change the voice of the pilots and ground crew. Because we're in Scandinavia, the closest voice we've probably got is German, so let's go German English. And also here we can see the pushback options. So there's 3 different modes at the moment. So we've got rudder control, which means you can control pushback with your rudders. Pretty self-explanatory. We've got window buttons, which means buttons pop up on the window here so you can control the tug as you're moving. And we've got distance. I recommend this if you're sitting in the cockpit and you know exactly how far you need to push back, because obviously you're setting this right down to the meter. It's only if you're 100% sure where you want to turn, so you can turn left, turn right, straight back. So this is a bit like the default pushback, just a bit more accurate. I don't use it personally because I prefer to use it rudders and exterior view just to make sure I line myself up. And reverse left and right, pretty self-explanatory. Flight control sensitivities. Now let's talk about the main event of this video, the actual add-on. So we've got Toggles Jetway, and you guys can kind of guess what this does. It moves the jetway onto the aircraft or away from the aircraft, connecting or disconnecting. Sadly here at this Aerosoft scenery the jetways don't work yet. They will work in the future, so if we click this it doesn't do anything. However, there's the door and this does do something. This is pretty cool, I have to admit. So we've zoomed in a bit, and if we click this button you can see, obviously, our door opens. And now on some aircraft, I believe you do have to assign this manually, but in the A320, it's automatically assigned. We're now going to hop into the cockpit and start talking about actual pushback. So, this is my favourite feature of this add-on, Inform Ramp Agent. Basically, I love the voices, they add so much realism. There's another add-on by FS2 Crew that I'll be talking about on another video, all about voices in the cockpit, and it basically gives you a co-pilot, but more on that later. Let's inform the ramp agent that we're basically ready for pushback.
Cockpit to ground.
Go ahead, flight deck.
We'll be ready shortly.
Look at that.
Okay, I wait.
Oh, that's so amazing. That's really good. Should we do it again?
Cockpit to ground.
Yeah.
Go ahead, flight deck.
We'll be ready shortly.
Okay, I wait.
That's pretty cool, guys. That's pretty cool, I have to admit. So, obviously, you heard the German voice there that I set because we're in Scandinavia. I know, of course, Scandinavia isn't Germany, but it's the closest voice, so just for a bit of realism we put that in. So once the APU starts up, we can basically get ready to push back. I've already talked about the different pushback modes, so it's just going to be a demo of the pushback really. Okay, so we're now fully ready to push back. Before we do push back, however, I forgot to show you guys this. You can ask the ramp agent to confirm if your ground checks are complete, so if we press it now.
Cockpit to ground.
Go ahead, flight deck.
Confirm all ground checks complete, and we're ready to pressurize the hydraulics.
Outside check is completed, all doors and panels are closed, no issues found. You can pressurize your hydraulics anytime now.
It does sound really good. Our IRS is aligning soon, so it'll align as we taxi, so don't you guys worry about that. But basically we're ready to push back now. The great thing about this is that if you've got your engine started, your parking brake on, then it won't let you push back, and it's actually very well integrated. It will display a message like it does with tips saying pushback express, can't push back, please change whatever you need to swap. So the unfortunate thing about this so far is that it is quite difficult to push back and start your engines at the same time, because personally I have to look outside to push back. So normally I'll start my engines at the end of pushback, but it doesn't really bother me too much. Hopefully they'll add a function to pre-plan it soon. So anyway, let's start our pushback.
Cockpit to ground.
Go ahead, flight deck.
We are ready for pushback and engine start.
Understood. Release the parking brakes, please.
Okay. Gonna release our parking brake.
Parking brakes released.
There we go.
Pushing back.
We'll hop outside. You can see the pushback truck is coming along now, and with using rudder control, this is really exciting, guys. You're gonna love this, trust me. So there we go, all good. Let those shadows load in. Once that truck lines up, we're ready to push back. Let's think what ways. I believe 27's in use, so we need to go other way. So as I said, guys, there's 3 ways to use this. You've got distance, you've got rudder control, and you've got buttons on the window. Personally, I prefer this one because you get to stay on the sim. You don't have to have the interface. I know right now you guys can see the interface in the top left corner. I can't. That's the Streamlabs. I've put it there just so you guys can see it. But if we turn now, you'll see. I'm not going to turn just yet, but you can see. Look at the front.
All ground equipment is clear. You can start the engines at your discretion.
Hey, look at that. You can see the pushback truck moves. That is so epic. Saves you having to worry about horrible default pushback service. Let's be honest, guys, that one is just like Flight Simulator X. It's not the best. I actually got to try and find the taxi line now. I think it's up there. I can just about see it. Now, obviously, you can decide which way you want to do it. If you get this add on, you might prefer button mode, you might prefer distance mode. I prefer rudder mode. In the future, let's hope they add some sort of pre-plan. That would be a lot cooler, like they did on the better pushback mod for X-Plane 11. Personally, I prefer it just a bit over better pushback. I know this one is paid at around £17, but I just prefer how it works. I prefer the interface, and I can't wait until they bring out some new models. That car is really in our way. You're really in... Oh, we missed the first taxi line, but it doesn't really matter. Hopefully that car will move out of the way, because then I won't have to crash into it. If not, it's going into our engines. It's pretty easy to stop. All you need to do is open the window and click stop, and it should stop. Personally, what I like about this is how good the voices are. The voices are really well modelled, I have to admit. That come on. Right, he's going into our engine. He's going into our engine. Hey, there we go. He won't move. There we go, getting nicely lined up. I'm going to open that window ready now. Thank God for moving. We finally figured it out. I've set my sensitivity quite low, but there we go. Let's stop it there. We'll stop it all. Set our parking brake. And there we have it. Let's get a nice screenshot. There we go, look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful, guys. That's what I'm talking about. It's very good. So guys, I'd love to hear your thoughts down in the comments down below. There's a link to the store in the description. I really recommend it. I know I got it for free, so you guys might be thinking, oh, he's going to be biased. But no, I really do like it. I think it's quite worth its money. £17 isn't too much for a very good pushback system, and by the looks of it, it's going to be upgraded fully into the future. We're going to have 3D models. We're going to have people walking around. There goes the pushback truck into the distance. If you're wondering what this airport is, how it looks so good, it's an Aerosoft airport. There'll be more on that soon. We've got an aircraft coming in by the looks of it. But anyway, my final thoughts. I do really like this, as you guys can tell. I think it really revolutionises the way you push back. Not too expensive, well worth your money in my opinion. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, comment and subscribe. Let's get our engine started now while I keep talking. I've got quite a few add-on videos planned. I'm taking a look at the A320 Crew add-on, which is a bit cheaper and a bit different, but we'll be taking a look at that. And I'll also be taking a look at some Aerosoft airports. Thanks to all my captains, as always. If you want to find out how to become a captain, go onto my Instagram, it's all on there, and hop into my Discord server for more info. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye bye.